I think there's a lot of things about US policing that Australians watch and just don't understand why is it like this. And I think you're bringing out some really important pieces here.
Well, one thing I do want to say, which we mentioned offline before, um, is they got a different training methodology here, and I just don't think that they're updated to where like world's best practice is. And world's best practice is designed in the States. Like that's where we got a lot of our stuff. So I don't know why it hasn't really came here, but they're like very much a I'm going to tell you off, and I'm dominating this kind of situation. Um, like form of policing. Like I'm the power figure of authority, and you'll listen to me. So going through so that's kind of our stuff here, and that's not how people want to be spoken to. Like DC is a very liberal city, so the cops are actually not too bad here. Like they do
Hmm.
understand they can't roll out being heroes. So yeah, so they kind of aren't. But you can see where like Australians might and the rest of the world might get that idea when you watch police shows and stuff, because you can see how that can happen. You're going through the academy, and when you're trying your absolute best and you're making, let's say you make mistakes, whether it's something you've been told and you forgot, whether it's a scenario or whether it's just your discipline or your appearance, which is like
Hmm.
they do that a lot in the academy. And it doesn't matter which academy it is. But like it's just like if you're going to train a person to do 100-meter sprints, if their start was terrible, right? Like they didn't get the right start, and they lifted their body too early, which I know, like from my basic knowledge of sprinting, it's like that's a no kind of thing. It's
Hmm.
like if you were training a sprinter or you're training a power lifter and they stuff something up, they missed the groove on a squat or something. You don't say at the end of it, "I get down and give me 25 push-ups," do you? As a form to correct you. Like
Right.
you
Yeah.
don't punish the person to correct them. You talk them through the problem and you ask if that's what they wanted to do, did they execute it the right way? Because there might be a difference of minds between like they're doing exactly what they want, and like then you got to go, oh, hang on. Now that I know that that's exactly what you wanted to do, that's not how I see it.
Yeah.
Right, number one, or they know what the right answer is. You get them to give you the right answer, so you're not treating them like idiots and just telling them like the thing that they already know. But just
Hmm.
in the heat of the moment, you might not have grooved it right or whatever it is on a squat. So you'll talk them through it. Like they needed to ask more questions like that, but they're just like, that's wrong. Get down, run a lap around, the oval. And like that's how they solve problems here by we would turn up in the morning doing roll call, and you got to be well presented, and all the recruits would talk about here is like, oh, we're going to get smoked today. That's the term, getting smoked, which is
Getting
meaning like you
smoked.
can get
Wow.
punished. Yeah, like that's you're just working on fear. That's all they're all there. That's the only idea these instructors seem to have had. And
Hmm.
I felt at some points like like in a bizarro land or something, like everything was the opposite, because like apart from one or two instructors, they're all kind of the same. They all just thought, well, the way to solve people's problems is by punishing them, and then they know that if they do it wrong, they're going to get punished, so they'll get it right the next time. It's like, well, maybe sometimes people need to be trained and coached, and it's like you have been coached. It's like, well, not necessarily. There's other things going on as well. Maybe people got problems at home. Maybe something was out of their realm of things that they could have like done to correct whatever problem was occurring, you know. So I just thought it was really really bizarre, and that's not how I instructed when I was back in the academy. I'd always ask a person like, is there any reason why whatever it is, like you didn't polish your boots, or is there any reason why you didn't decide to get your baton out as a response to, that subject being aggressive towards you, you know. I would always ask those questions, because people are smart. Students are smart, even when they are young. They're smart, and they need to be treated like adults. It's an adult learning environment. So that's what we did back in Australia.